So we do have the Pillars versus Shadow WX and Madman Pondo. So I'm ready
Yep.
for that. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Skinny Moose.
And your boy Fast Squirrel.
I told you I'd bring the squirrel on. We both have our hair and ponytails. Well, I have mine in a man bun. He has his in a little ponytail.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have
Yeah.
Squirrel bring us the first match.
But your first match, Skinny Moose, is a career versus commitment match. And it's between the owner of ICW No Host Bar, Danny D'Amano, versus the silver-tongued Satan himself, Atticus Kogar. So, Skinny Moose, how you think that's going to be?
Well, thanks to you, I do know that Atticus dropped a promo, so let me find it. We'll run through this promo, and then I'll give you all my thoughts. Here it is.
Danny D'Amato, I don't work for you because I don't respect you or the way you do business. You are the definition of carny. And I know I've thrown that word around a lot, but let me explain. You start wars with promoters that you can't finish. And you put your entire roster in jeopardy of making money off other promotions just because you don't like them. You sell a shit ton of 8x10s and other merchandise items with other wrestlers on them on your little Facebook Live sales, and those wrestlers don't see shit. If you don't have money, just don't fucking run shows. And you know what? I'm tired of holding back on your roster. I'm tired of not saying anything about the people that you choose to book. So let's talk about him. Hoodfoot. He's learned the ICW formula. Get put through the grinder, win the American Deathmatch Championship, get put through the grinder again. Not one promo, not one storyline, not one feud. The most forgettable American Deathmatch Championship run since this title has been made. And then you have John Wayne Murdoch. His dream was to wrestle in Japan, and you promised him that. And then you let somebody that you went to war with and lost take him instead. And because there's a ceiling at ICW, the only thing that John Wayne Murdoch has left to do is walk out to a song sang by a guy who looks like him and go and tweet on social media about Drake Younger and a bunch of other stupid shit because he has fake ass morals motivated by social media. And then you got Brandon Kirk, the cup for that fucking tall guy who had to put on a mask and start doing death matches to get over. And then you got Kirk's wife, Casey, who's probably the only female that's loyal to Danny D'Amato in ICW, other than Shaza McKenzie, I guess. But anytime that she's booked, Danny just puts himself in because he's either got a crush or, well, you know how he feels about women. And if there's any proof at all, you know Danny D'Amato is a carny when his two top guys are completely untrained. This is Daniel D'Amato's last match. Instead of worrying about how you're going to get yourself over, who you're going to fill in for, it's time to make ICW what it was supposed to be. So get everything. This is your last.
So, that fucking promo there. Excuse me. Let's talk about this. First of all, he did have war and beef with Rob Black, that owns XPW, and Brett Lauderdale, who owns GCW. When Atticus said that Danny D'Amato promised to take him to Japan and another promoter did, that other promoter was Brett Lauderdale.
Yep. Yes, it
He
was.
basically shit on Mo. I mean, this is beginning to be nonsense, but like I told
It is,
Squirrel,
bro.
this match will either make me like Atticus Kogar or it'll burn my bridge. I mean, I can't say that I hate the man because, like I said before, I hate nobody. But Atticus has some good fucking wrestling skills. I will not take it from the man. But now I'm beginning, as I age and as I'm watching more, I'm beginning to lean towards Atticus. He's not my favorite. Now I'm beginning to like him. But you got Danny. No offense, Danny, but you're always putting somebody over. And we understand that you've been a promoter, you've been in the game a while, you got to put somebody over. But, like I said last night, if he wins, if Danny DeMono wins, I'm going to pick up 2 or more 8x10s. So, who am I going to take in this one? And don't bother me to buy, but it's more likely going to be Atticus. So I'm going to give it straight to Atticus.
Well, cousin, I'm gonna agree with you that not to the fact of, like you said, I'm not gonna take away from Atticus's. You don't take away from Atticus's wrestling skills. I don't take away from Danny's wrestling skills. I've watched that man put them tables. I watched that man almost literally get his neck broke. Like, the man will get in there. But like you said, bro, it's to the point now that we get it. You're putting it over. You've been in here a while. But the thing is if you're putting people over, why are you not giving those people a chance to either a title shot or something like that? But like you said, I'm going with the boy Atticus. Like, I like Atticus. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's Atticus all day. You know what I'm saying?
As you said off camera, maybe if Danny loses, he can go back to focusing on his promotion. So this will probably be co-main event, and I'm not for sure how to really feel about it. I mean, like I've seen Danny in Tournament of Death, so we know that he'll get in there. And like you said, we've seen him almost break his neck. He's been in some unspeakable shit. But he's always booking himself against women. I know it's deathmatch. I know it's intergender and shit. We're not going to hit that. But also, he's always, like you said, I know he's been in the game for a minute and a hot minute. But why are you always booking yourself? Why are you booking everybody else over you, boss man? Now, as I said, I'm going to give it straight to Atticus. If he wins, though, if Danny DeMono wins, though, I will stick to my word and buy the 8x10, and I'll bring them on the channel.
Hell yeah.
So, your next match is John Wayne Murdoch, the Duke of Hardcore, versus Tara Zapp. I do not know who the fuck she is. But you are fighting Murdoch, so my prediction for this, y'all already know who I'm taking. Murdoch.
Yeah, we already know that. Him and motherfucking Murdoch's like me and Atticus. I don't give a fuck who Atticus fights. I'm picking Atticus every time. But like you said, I ain't really heard of this Tara Zapp chick. Like, I've done a little bit on her, and I've seen that she was a manager at one time with a few people. But other than that, I've never seen none of her in-ring stuff. So I'm gonna agree with you on this one, Skinny Moose, and I'm gonna have to go with John Wayne Murdoch.
I mean, if Murdoch does step away from ICW, which he said it before that he wouldn't be there much longer, I'd like to see him step into XPW and work for Rob Black.
That would be nice.
So, with that being said, we also have Cruel versus Eric Ryan.
Well, you got Cruel, who's now with Killdozer, and their team. So, in the back of your mind, you gotta wonder if fucking Dreamon's gonna jump in, whatever. But the former American Deathmatch champion, fucking king of the deathmatches, I'll say it and I'll say it 1,000 times. If Cruel if Cruel can stay upright, he got a chance. But Eric gets him on the ground, and Skinny Moose will tell you, and we all know, Eric will kick your damn brains out.
That makes a valuable point. We've had Eric versus Cruel before. But do you really think that Eric's going to be able to reach Cruel's tall fucking head, though? Because the way he does it, he grabs him by the legs and he starts stomping. So
They gonna have to come up
Cruel's
with a
like
new.
Cruel's like 6'10", 7 foot, something like that. Everybody says he's a different height. And
Yeah.
no offense to Ryan, but he don't look that tall. He may be tall. So like Brian White, I thought he was taller than he is. So I mean, like, you know, you got Cruel, who's a fucking monster, obviously, and you got Eric Ryan. So I don't know, you know, but like you said, where's the factor in on this? You got Killdozer, but also you got to think you got Atticus there.
Yeah.
So
You got a point. You got a point. So, yeah.
and
Well,
you got Eric there.
yeah.
But plus, like I asked you earlier, where's Bobby Beverly? Will if Killdozer makes his appearance in this match, will 440, Yellow 440 make their appearance?
You know, Atticus. You know how they work. I mean, they protect each other.
So in this one, I'm gonna have to give it up to Eric Ryan.
Yeah. I'm torn on this one, so I can't go either way because they're both good, and like you said, you got Killdozer and Cruel's corner. You got the rest of Yellow 440 and Eric's corner. So I mean, if it stays a fair fight, who knows?
I mean,
But your
like
next
I said,
match,
go ahead.
go ahead. But your next match, Skinny Moose, and he called for it himself, which is Matt Tremont Killdozer versus Sammy Callahan.
So when Tremont called for this match, he was Matt Tremont. And when this went down, the only people that could really understand it was the people that was there live. It was kind of hard to understanding with the camera and audio, but we figured out that he straight the fuck up called Sammy Callahan out. Now, both of these men, this is either this match or the next match I'm about to call is about to be match of the night. So the way that this is going to go, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Sammy Callahan, but I can't take anything away from him. He's a fucking been in it. He's done so much shit. You know, he's like Tremont. And honestly, you know, even though he's been in CZW, he's been in Impact, he's been here and he's been there, I'm giving it to Tremont.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. Like you to the point that Tremont, when he called out Sammy Callahan, he was the bulldozer Tremont. Now he's Killdozer. He's not in the right mind. Sammy Callahan, if y'all ain't never watched that man wrestle, that motherfucker is like a machine, bro. His brain is like a genius. He will come up with shit on the fly. You ain't seen a man his size do, and you're like, what the hell? But what people don't realize is Tremont and Callahan has had history, bro, since ZZW. So they went back and forth many, many years, you know what I'm saying, fighting each other. So I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to go with Sammy on that. Not to take nothing against Killdozer, because he been on the road. He been kicking butt. But out of the two of them, Sammy's mind is a little sharper at this moment than Tremont. You know what I'm saying?
Well, two things to that. Tremont called out Sammy fucking Callahan for a reason here. And the second thing is, do you think that Curl's going to make his appearance known during this match?
Well, he may, and it might happen. But what people got to realize is Sammy Callahan may show up to the show alone. Sammy Callahan is never alone. He always has his boys with him some way. He's like fucking Atticus. Like he posted that, and plus, if I'm not mistaken, that night that happens, Moxley's like right down the street.
Oh, it's true.
And Moxley and Callahan be partners.
Didn't Sammy used to run or fuck around with PCO back in the day?
Yep. He used to fuck around with Jake and David Chris's Ohio for Killers. with Alice Cologne and all of them.
So do you think that maybe PCO will be there, but will be in the back, like hiding out or some shit?
I mean, he could. I mean, you
So
got. You got when it comes to this match, you got two motherfuckers that's win at war with each other. And you can watch them on multiple platforms, multiple shows, multiple like bloodiest matches. They've been on there. They fought everywhere. But like you said, to me, what I think it is this Tremont and Callahan's career mirror each other. When Tremont first went to Japan the first time, Callahan was with him. Callahan's been to Japan, but like you said, he called him out. So he's doing it for a reason. Could Sammy be the match that breaks him out of Killdozer?
I don't know.
Or
I mean,
take this man to a place that goes deeper into this shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Sammy,
makes a darker version of it.
bro. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know, man, but
So
it's gonna be a hell of a good stuff. I'll tell you that much right now. It's gonna be a banger as a motherfucker.
if Sammy and Tremont don't steal the show, the Pillars, which is MM3 and Tommy Vendetta, versus
Ooh.
Madman Pondo and Shadow WX.
Shadow? I ain't seen Shadow wrestling. God. It's been a while.
We do know Shadow was over here in America long enough ago, but not too long ago. He fought in XPW with Pondo. He was a tag team against Sexy Eddie and Green Phantom. I have seen that show a couple of times. I've went and rewatched it a couple of times. He was also in TPW and another promotion with Pondo. So
his home promotion in Japan. Ain't Shadow from Japan?
Yes. And if I'm not mistaken, Chubby Chipmunk has told me before that is not the original Shadow WX.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but this match, I like my boy MM3 and I like my boy Tommy. But you got Madman Pondo and Shadow WX. That's my predictions who's going to win this. But you got to see where I'm coming from here. Pondo's a legend. Pondo has done it all. Pondo's one of my fucking. He's in my top 10.
Love me some Pondo now.
So Pondo's in my top 10.
I just watched him in some old school JCW the other night on YouTube, my bro.
So let's talk about this for a minute. Pondo has been to Japan like 45 times. He's going back at the end of this year.
Pondo just came back from Japan not too long ago. Him and Necro and Kira and
Remington Roar.
Yeah, they just all came back not too long, probably like a month ago.
Necro and Pondo is going back, and I think Akira too. But Shadow WX, he wrestles over there in Japan, and you can look him up. I'm for sure he's in Freedoms of BJW. You can find him on YouTube. But like I said,
I've seen a couple of their matches. Like, they've tagged together for a while. They've tagged together for a long time.
Pondo's been over to Japan 45 times.
Huh?
Pondo's been over to Japan like 45 times.
So yeah, him and Shadow tagged a couple times. I've seen a couple of their matches and shit.
He is a Juggalo deathmatch legend.
Yes.
He has been fucking practically, if I'm not mistaken, all over the world. He has written his own fucking book, which you can get on Amazon. He has he used to own IWA Masters of Pain, like Squirrel said. He runs around in JCW. He's been in Carnage Cup, which is Deep South. He's been in Mid-South. I don't think there's too much Pondo hasn't done.
And if I'm not mistaken, but don't quote me on this, Pondo is one of the Grand Slam Deathmatch champions like Tremont. He's been in most of the major deathmatch tournaments.
But also, Madman Pondo is a Ricky Shampage's daddy. So, my boy Pondo, every time I see Pondo, you basically know that his gimmick, his thing, and I'm pretty sure I covered it before, is the stop sign, the salt bat, the cylinder blocks, and the sledgehammer. All those are practically his thing. Now, we know that Chondo tried to copy Pondo, and he goes, oh, well, Pondo's a legend. He was one reason why I came in. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but he used to carry out a stop sign. He quit that shit after Mercer fucking attacked him, and he hung on to the fucking ropes and broke his own ribs, but that's for another video. Pondo was the original one to come out with the fucking stop sign.
Yes.
And then Jimmy Chondo Lion decided to copy that.
And you can tell Pondo, you can go on YouTube. I don't know if it's still on there, but I was on there the last time. And they have volumes of old school JCW, Juggling Championship Wrestling from like 99, 2000. And you could tell when Pondo was young, he still was carrying the stop sign, bro. Like, he always carried that stop sign, bro.
Yes, even in King of the Death matches, Pondo had his fucking stop sign. Now, how he normally comes out is his stop sign in one hand and his salt bat in the other, and then, under the ring or around the ring or something, he has his cylinder blocks and his sledgehammer. The way this works is he'll use a sledgehammer on, he'll take the cylinder blocks, put them up on, say, MM3's privates, and then he'll take a sledgehammer and he'll crack that motherfucker.
He's a beast with them cinder blocks in that sledgehammer, bro. I've seen him do it to Masada. I've seen him do it to freaking Akira, fucking Tremont.
AJ Gray.
Yes.
Fucking.
Yeah, bro. It's legends against two of the I'm gonna say it. Two of the hottest motherfuckers coming up in the deathmatch world today, man. Tommy added 3. I'm telling you. But
yes.
Like you said, you got a legend, not just one. You got 2 legends. They about, as my boy JR used to say, they about to take them pillars tool shed and show them what needs to be done. They about to whoop them like some government mules, my dog.
It's about to be a slob knocker, like JR would say. I mean, you got... no offense to Chuck Stein or any other Detroit boys, but you got 2 of the hottest upcoming Detroit legends in the motherfucking making going against 2 of the best legends that are still going. And no offense to Pondo, but Pondo is up in his age. He's in his 50s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And Shadow ain't no young spring chicken no more either.
Hell no.
I think he's up in age like Pondo. I think he's close to being 52.
So, back to the gimmick thing. He normally, sets up his cylinder blocks on the private, hits them, and then his little finisher thing is the stop sign, or it's the other way around. So who am I taking in this one? Pondo and Shadow WX.
Well, we've sat here and we've talked about it, and you got two of the hottest upcoming F matches out of Detroit, like you said. Then you got 2 legends, and I don't know, man. The only thing that's going to come in a factor, and most people don't factor, is Darren McCarty. We all seen Darren McCarty get up in that ring and fight motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we know that I didn't mention, but I should have. Shadow WX does carry a sickle on his fucking jank. So, if Darren gets in that ring, something's going to happen to Darren.
Oh, we know. But like you said, I'm gonna have to take Pondo and Shadow too, bro. Like, nothing against Tommy and MM3, but you got a whole lot of experience between them 2 people. Whatever you young cats is going to throw at them, they're going to be ready for it. Trust me.
Exactly.
So your next match, Skinny Moose, was supposed to be Otis Kogar and Brandon Kirk. Well, as we have just heard and found out, Otis Kogar got hurt. So So it's gonna be Brandon Kirk and a mystery opponent. So I'd like to see him go up against somebody like Neil,
Ooh.
Christian Ross, Raymond Jimmy Lloyd. You know what I'm saying?
So when it was supposed to, like Pat Squirrel said, it was supposed to be Brandon Kirk versus Otis. Hardway Heather and Otis went at it
And
over the
RPW.
weekend. I think it was Saturday in RPW. And Hardway hit fucking Otis with the light tube and sliced his arm open.
Yes, he did.
So inside and outside, he received 100 stitches. Now, before I give you my predictions, let's talk about this. Neil Diamond Cutter needs his chance with Brandon Cutter. Battle of the Tough Guys too. Neil Diamond Cutter won that motherfucking belt.
Yeah.
Brandon Kirk got physical with referee Shiny Shoes. Oh, I didn't lose that belt. Yeah. And what happened? He fucking got his rematch like that, and he fucking lost the belt. This is bullshit. Now, Ross would be a good one. Now, let me say some predictions. I've heard Crowbar. I've heard fucking Cruel again, which honestly, we don't need another Cruel versus Brandon Kirk.
No, we
I've
don't.
heard Casey Kirk. We've had that before. You know, I've even heard Slade being brought to the picture. I've heard Homicide. Me personally, who would I like? I like me, let's see. Maybe we can get one of Tremont's boys up in there. One that, like, well, fuck. Maybe we can get, like, an Austin Luke. Seriously,
Ooh.
doubt it, though, but Luke would be good. Fuck it, throw
Hatfield.
President Hawkins' bitch ass in there.
Hell yeah. He get it.
Lucky would be a good opponent for him.
Yeah. Bam.
But who would I think? He's bringing over Shadow WX, and I don't think he's going to have enough time to. But maybe he can get Sakuda back over here, or Takeda.
True.
But if I say anybody's going to fulfill his spot, Otis's spot, it's probably going to be like Bobby Beverly or something.
Yeah. That might work. Ain't in a while. I don't know what's going on. I think if he's hurt or not. But I ain't seen him in a while fight in a while.
Danny never lets us down with an opponent, even if he has to fulfill it. So, I don't know. We need somebody in here that's going to really take that spot. And I don't know who would take his spot. There's so many, and I go brain dead on this fucking part.
Remington would be good.
Yes, please. I would have loved for Remington Roar to get booked against Brandon Kirk. Shit. But your next match it's a rematch. It is for the American Deathmatch title. Hoodfoot Mo Atlas versus Dr. React.
Like you said, Skinny Moose, it's a rematch, which happened at 55, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And which he actually almost beat Hoodfoot.
Yeah.
So my thing is Dr. Reactor could second time be a charm, and could we see new champion, or could we see Mo hold on to the strap, my bruh?
Well, like you said, I did tell you that Reactic was going to be in King of the Death matches because he's replacing Clint Manjera, and you're wanting to see Reactic take the belt from Mo and take it to King of the Death matches.
Yeah.
So I really would like to see. I don't know if that's when I'm touring between, because if Mo retains the belt, then in January, Boss Man will have to book him up against somebody good, and I want to see something like I want to see a foreign death match, maybe. But we got Dr. Reactic, and he's come a long fucking ways. So, I think it's about time for the Doctor to have his belt, and I'm gonna give it straight the fuck up to Dr. Reactic.
I'm gonna agree with you on that one. For the simple fact that nothing against Mo or nothing like that. He's been an awesome ass too. But like you said, bro, that man's done put in work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think, and like I told you, I want to see him take that belt and go to King of the Death matches with it, bro.
And like you said, Reactor could go wherever the fuck you want him to go. He's been in XPW, he's been in that wrestling rave shit, ICW,
Bro, he's been everywhere.
And he's still young. I don't want to say he's new to the scene, but he's still young. He's not a rookie. So,
yeah.
I think that it's rightfully deserved. And fuck, if Reactor does win, maybe he can get his rematch clause, like, not in January, but maybe Mo can wait a couple of months and get him a rematch clause.
Plus, Mo still has the RPW heavyweight belt.
Yes, so, like I said on 55's video, if he loses it, I don't think it's going to bother Mo too much. But, now if you book RPW one day, and Mo's in that show, and ICW later that night, which we've had, do you really think Mo's going to want to defend both belts in one night? I mean, I know that he will, and I know it don't bother him to, but how much toll and how much whatever else is that going to put on that man's body that he hasn't done put his body through?
And you got to think, Mo's fighting in a title match when the ropes go up.
No, it's a non-title match.
So I said a non-title match.
Yeah, he's got a match the night before, but so does Dr. Reactic. But, Dr. Reactic, all he's got to do is try to get this belt. Mo has to go into Saturday holding this belt, trying to retain it.
Yeah,
so,
you got a point.
Do you think that Jimmy is going to soften up Mo for Dr. Reactic? Or do you think Murdoch's going to soften up Reactic for Mo?
Who knows, man? But it's going to be a good match. I know that much. Because the last time they fought, it was a fucking banger. I loved it. They killed that shit.
Yeah. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this video. Skinny Moose out.
Go out.